Alright, what do we got here? I feel like I know Milos. I don't know. I don't think this is Pios Milos, who's a fan of mine. It might be. Goes Ilbon. Holtzman, flagship, training drones. Okay. It does kind of say Ilbon, doesn't it? Scientific breakthrough. Okay. The cards in the row aren't that impressive, though. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, the texts are not immediately accessible. I'd like somebody who can get a sword master. I don't know if that's Yuna. I'd also like the scientific breakthrough, which maybe that's Paul. It's one of these three, I think. Beast helps a little bit. Extra Solari. I don't think Helena's the pick here. The cards just aren't very good. And maybe Paul's not the pick because Helena's in the pool, but nobody should pick Helena. I'll pick Yuna, because if I let Yuna go to second position, then she gets picked, and I probably don't get a Sword Master. Yuna in third is probably not that good, but I don't really want to play any of the other leaders. I guess Ariana would have been fine. Ariana's probably the best at getting the breakthrough. Yeah, that's probably what I should have done. Interesting that he goes Helena second. Helena second is a perfectly fine thing to do. So our first goal is Sword Master and Breakthrough. I know that's kind of hard to get, but those are the things that we're kind of initially looking for here. Among these cards, Ambassador is probably the strongest, although we don't expect that we're probably naturally going to be in a position to use it. So obviously we weren't going to get smuggling in third. We can win the combat. There's no way we're going to win the combat. There's a beast in the game and we don't have any water because we're, you know. Okay. Might this be a wealth mentat situation? I mean, certainly we want a wealth. We can keep one of the Solari if we mentat afterwards. Not great. I don't know. I mean, it helps us reveal last, and then maybe some of these cards get replaced with something more interesting. Is she going round one training drones? That's a bit of an odd play. Well, now do I have to think about going fold space? Because I didn't anticipate having access to that. There is a guild ambassador in the row, too. Okay, well... yeah, Cold Space seems fine. It's not very a Yuna of me, but I think it's still the best play. And then we kind of want a tech negotiation after that, although we don't think that it'll be available because Helena will probably take it. Or Ilbon. So the only thing we can do is Imperial Basin. Are we better off just buying the Guild Ambassador instead? I don't think so. I think we're better off actually playing our cards. It's true that if we play the experimentation, we cannot afford the Guild Ambassador, which is noteworthy, I suppose. Or really anything else for that matter. This hasn't really gone how we wanted. I think maybe we would have been better off going Wealth Mentat and ignoring the full space. Now we don't have a choice. This isn't going great. Yeah, well, I mean, it's not going great. I have no idea what Helena's doing, by the way. Double Basins is downright bizarre. So, I guess we'll do Court Intrigue. I'm not happy about it, but Or not court intrigue, sorry. Guild ambassador. We're the only one with any guild influence, so I mean it's reasonably likely that we can make something out of it. It's just not how I prefer to play the game. It's a very like aggressive strategy that doesn't really scale very well. Next round, we'll benefit from drawing if we can. You know, there's experimentations that we want to draw. There's a guild ambassador that we want to draw. I kind of wish I had picked Ariana here, to be honest. I think that would have been more fun. I don't love not being in the combat either. I wonder if she's like rushing the Holtzman or something. Maybe her thought was like, oh, I'll get second in the combat, and then I'll have 5 spice, then I'll have a round 2 Holtzman. That's cool, but very weird. Very weird indeed. I can't blame her though. I mean, she basically offered me fold space that I didn't have any expectation that I should be able to get. Although if she blocks fold space next round, I'm going to be kind of cranky about it. Since I couldn't have smuggling. I guess if she does that, we'd get a round 3 Swordmaster by going double smuggling. Which is fine. If we can draw into a yellow the next round, which is not guaranteed, but probable. Don't like that I didn't use my agent there. That's kind of frustrating. So we either get Interstellar or we get smuggling. One of the two. Okay. So he went the route of maximum blockage. Frustratingly enough. It's fine. It's annoying though. He did end up with 5 spice. So if he wants that round 2 Holtzman, he can get it. I don't know if that's a strong play, but maybe. I mean, Holtzman's it's a good tech. I wouldn't give up on everything else to go for it, but you know, I mean, might be alright. So I think our next best play here is Arakeen. Yeah, our next best play here is Arakeen. We can't really afford to Mentat. It would be nice. I guess we could do it if we were also going Wealth afterwards. But we can't guarantee that that's going to be an option. We know Helena has a second faction here, so she'll probably go Wealth, I'm assuming. She can't go Hardy Warriors, and she can't go Still Suits, so that's kind of the obvious remaining option for her. I would have liked to have hit Still Suits there, but we don't have the choice. Hardy Warriors on Beast is a bit annoying. Although it's not the end of the world. We will most likely place here, since again, it looks like Helena is kind of blocked into going for either Wealth or going to Tech Negotiation and grabbing her Holtzman engine. Depending on what she wants to do with her ring or versus using her second faction. Okay, so she actually leaves Wealth open. Okay. I don't quite understand. I mean, I understand. She's gonna go to 4 here, but so what? So, I guess we hit Wealth because... I mean, I don't know, like... Blind coupling is pretty good. I would like to get that. I don't think I'll be able to, but if I can, that would be wonderful. So, I guess Arakeen, we have a 1 in 4 chance, actually it's 1 in 3 chance of getting an experimentation, which is scientific breakthrough, which is pretty good. Guild Ambassador is nothing. Fold Space is nothing. Dagger is nothing. So, yeah, we have 1/3 chance of getting the breakthrough. That's cool, but it's probably not going to work. So, 2/3 of the time, we're better off doing something else. We could technically throw 3 troops in. I think that is a bit unnecessary. So, at this point, we're either going Dagger Tech Negotiation to get a 5, or we're playing our Diplomacy. I think as Yuna, playing the Diplomacy is better. That'll give us the ability, I think, to hit High Council next round. If Helena locked up the Lisan al-Gaib, she's not gonna be able to afford this and also the plan coupling. So if we get this, I'll also go for the espionage. Well, we can wait on the espionage, really. No one's taking this. We still want to maximize our chances of getting the scientific breakthrough still. He's already got access to Siege Taper, which is interesting. So we haven't fought at all, which means that we're going to have a pretty big combat advantage on people next round. It's going to be kind of a slow start, but I think we should be in a reasonably good spot in the long run. Okay, so Plan Coupling is the better card, but if she has BG already, she might prefer to get the Lisan al-Gaib. No, okay, we get the Plan Coupling. Cool. Goes to 6 Spice. I don't know what the value of that is. I guess going Highliner next round. So Plan Coupling. And again, I don't think we have to worry too much about the espionage. We've already picked up extra green in Guild Ambassador and Fold Space. This is cool. This is still a better card. And if I can get this, I would like to. So, well, but putting in the shuffle is good. And I think I'm almost guaranteed not to, right? I mean, Ilban probably is going to steal that. So let's do this. I know it seems like not the best at the moment, but I think it makes a certain kind of sense. Although we probably shouldn't do that because we're risking over-greening and then not drawing yellow, potentially. But the logic is if we shuffle the deck before we buy this, it could be hard to see these two cards together. So I'm going to try it. And then we've already got a graph, so if we can get to long reach, we'll be very happy. As long as nobody's getting a 7 Solari, then I have the ability to get what I want here. Okay, there goes my long reach. He's at 5 again. Oh, wow. But yeah, like I said, I knew he was going to get to 3, if not this round, before me next round. So that's part of why I took the espionage. There's another graft card here. Could be decent. Gives us spice. We could draft this with the... oh, he takes the wrong card. Okay. Very good, I think. Hines is pretty broken still, but... Did he buy any faction cards or Fremen cards? What did he buy last round? He bought Ceremony, which is really good too. So he's going to be very much, you know, in the driver's seat. So I did not expect him to not take the breakthrough. So now I'm kind of in a weird spot. I can still get it if I draw 2 experimentations next round, if I get lucky. But we shouldn't expect that, per se. Okay, we got everything we needed. So let's go ahead and do this. $13 is enough to do both of these. So we do a research on that. And actually, we did draw 2 experimentations. So as long as one of the guys revealing before me, aka Helena, didn't draw 2 experimentations, then we're going to get the... Or if Beast goes Research Station, then we're going to get the breakthrough, which is great because we have a card that gives us more research, potentially. So far, so good. We're going to do something like Dagger to Swordmaster, I guess? I don't know. We could... I mean, we don't have to go High Council this round. We could do, like... we could just go into combat instead and use the money on our Signet Ring. That's something we could do. We should not let Ilban get Holtzman, by the way. He's got so much persuasion that that's almost guaranteed going to give him a point. But I don't know what Helena's doing. I really don't, because his plays indicated an odd but interesting strategy of pushing, rushing the Holtzman engine, but then he didn't go for Holtzman engine. So like, I don't know what the point of this is. 1 second, I'm getting a phone call. Sorry about that. Making some dinner plans. Okay. So, Ilbon gets to Swordmaster threat range. He seems to be the person on the enemy team. Acer's not an enemy team, but on the other side that knows the most what they're doing. I could have chosen... So, okay, so basically we kind of ended up blanking the industrial espionage, which isn't great. So now we kind of have to decide, like, are we going to go High Council immediately, grab Thufir, or maybe even Conspiracy? Or are we going to go plan coupling, experimentation, secrets? I mean, if we could still get to the Conspiracy, I think I'd prefer that. But we'd have to draw into a convincing to make that happen. Which isn't great odds of that happening. So... I don't know. We could go into the combat. We could do something like plan coupling, reconnaissance, Carthag. Doesn't seem that necessary. I mean, I've already got all the money I need. And keeping it out of their players' hands isn't necessarily a good thing, since we think Ilbon is our most competitive opponent. We didn't go for Highliner. He didn't go for Holtzman. I just don't know what this guy is doing. So, I mean, assuming that we're getting the breakthrough, actually playing our experimentations is kind of important. Yeah, but also having a high council seat this early can be really good. We graft here. I mean, what's the upside? We get back to espionage combo sooner. By the end of round 3, having Swordmaster and High Council seems pretty good. I'd rather just be at 5. I don't want to draw into my Guild Ambassador and waste them. So that's my logic here. Yeah, he's going to buy Framing cards up. I don't know how much we can do about that. We can... If there's good Framing cards, we can kind of buy him out from under him, but I don't expect that to happen. Helena's still at 2 specimens, actually. She drew an experimentation, so if she has another one in hand, which is possible, then she'll beat me to the breakthrough. Oh, she has one. Boy, she's been blocking me at every possible opportunity. And that she's going to do it again here. There's no way she doesn't buy that card. Oh, just kidding. She's buying Scarabs. Okay. Fellas, we benefit from an uneven environment here. So, okay. So, breakthrough for sure. And then it's either through fear or conspiracy. Conspiracy is an additional graft and a little bit of spice. The spice is useful for the Guild Ambassador. But I think just if we're going to have Swordmaster, having the ability to go to any place we want on Thufir is better. And this is not a high demand card. Like, nobody really super wants this. We can probably pick this up later. But now that we have Breakthrough, we have to get serious about researching. That may end up meaning going top track. Seven Persuasion is nice, but only green is nasty, and we don't have access to Mentats. So this is horrible. Like, oh my god, this is bad. And we're doing last, too. So, like, we could have to reveal first action if someone takes tech negotiation. Like, genuinely. This is horrible. Oh my god. So what we do is we play Industrial Espionage to tech negotiation, and that will at least draw us a card. And then the card that we draw can go to a space, right? Like, that at least gives us the ability to do things. I swear to God, Helena, if you go tech negotiation here and not interstellar shipping, I'm going to strangle you. But there's no reason for him to do that, right? Well, I can't go interstellar, so maybe he will. But you can get Holtzman from interstellar, so why would you go tech negotiation? I mean, this is an outside shot. I'm just... Yeah, it's not... As you can see, this is not a good situation for me. This is like actually like a game-losingly bad hand. But, okay, we have the ability to get out of it. We might not be able to play the Ambassador, though. If we can't pick up some Solari somewhere, we're not going to be able to play it. If we draw Diplomacy, we can fix that at Wealth. If we draw... Why are you not taking the whole... I'm so confused. That's so much obvious... Like, why do you value sitting on 5 spice so highly? I don't understand. Anyway, we're going to go ahead and draw a card. And Negotiator, I guess. Signet Ring is the weaker of the 2 cards I could have drawn, but it does go to Arakeen, so it's fine. It also goes to Smuggling. Either of those options will allow me to Mentat. Okay, Mentat's off the table, so that means the Guild Ambassador is off the table. Like I said, I don't like this card. But if we could somehow draw back into, like, planned coupling, we could play it. We're running out of options fast. Ilbon may be on the table for a Spice Must Flow this round. Arakeen is definitely where we want to be. We have some other options, but like if we don't go to Arakeen, we can't play our third action. So, okay, she sneaks into Swordmaster. That's fine. I don't. But if your goal was to prioritize Swordmaster, why did you go double basins round 1? I don't really understand it. So we do this, and then we can play our Diplomacy as our last action. Honestly, with this amount of persuasion, we might want to just detonate. Because, like, if a Kwisatz shows up, we'd rather take the Kwisatz than than play the last agent, right? Whereas if it's like a Jessica, then we can play the diplomacy. We'll see. There's still a bunch of tokens left over. I say a bunch. There's mine plus these two. Ilbon used his. What? Played machine culture to acquire wind traps. Okay. Interesting. I don't think he's winning the combat unless he's got some powerful intrigue cards, but maybe he does. Beast revealing for 7. Buys the Worm Riders. Okay, that's a good card to keep away from Ilbon. Spiritual Fervor is pretty good here. It allows us to catch up on that research track a little bit. Is that worth... Like, if we play Diplomacy, we have 7. We can afford these two. That's not too bad. But I still think I want to detonate. Occupation. Well, the card's interesting, but I don't think it's good enough here. I think we're better off just hitting Fold Space, to be honest with you. So we kind of made our options weaker, to be honest. The Worm Riders is still worth buying just because it plays for 2 spice, which we need for the Guild Ambassador. Helena's still going to beat me to Interstellar, but I don't think she's actually in a good position in any other way, really, so it's fine. But what are we buying? I mean, I guess we're buying Worm Riders. Gunthopter is, like, fine. The persuasion's not great. I think we just buy the Worm Riders and try to make it up on Fremen at some point. This is probably the only 8-coster that I wouldn't have early revealed for here. Maybe Directorship I wouldn't have. No, I'm Yuna. I would have revealed for the Directorship. So we'll take the Worm Riders. I'm not like in love with it, but it's fine. What I don't like is that I just gave Ilbon Citra and Mother. I guess he's probably gonna take SMF instead. I wouldn't. I would probably take the Fremen cards instead. It's only around 4, so better to get more SMFs in the future. And this card is just too good for him to pass up, in my opinion. But that's okay. We hope that this sabotages his draws in the future. Speaking of, if we want to get a point from our breakthrough, we need to start trashing some cards. Cool, okay. So we take Fremen, and we take Guild. Okay. It's a good hand. It's actually excessively good. So we want to play Breakthrough. We want to play Fold Space. Probably we want to reveal Thufir. I'm thinking full space to still suits probably. We need to get to 2 for the Worm Riders if we want to reveal it in the future. So that's kind of where I'm at right now. Also, we want access to the water economy like Siege Tabor if we want to continue researching it. Research station. So probably take fold space to still suits and then kind of play it by ear. Could also take fold space to fold space. That would get us Guild Alliance and a bunch of money. Then we could hit Mentat potentially. Obviously, we would abandon all of that and go interstellar shipping if that were available. I don't think it will be. I think Helena will snag it when she can. Although she's using training drones, so maybe she's not taking it. No, she's taking still suits. Okay, well, I didn't expect that. And honestly, that's fine with me. We'll go breakthrough to interstellar and be happy. And we're going to go top just because we kind of need the faster route at this point. So let's go ahead and do this. Troop transports is pretty good. I think we're probably better off going up the track for that reason. Okay, just kidding. Shuttle fleet is good, but not that good. So probably we just cash out here. I don't know. We'll see. I want to play the fold space first just to see my options. And I'd like to have access to Mentat, especially since my competition is Ilbon. So we might do something like fold space to wealth. Although I guess if we're getting money from fold space anyway, we might as well do it that way. Okay. It's fine with me. It looks like Helena's winning this combat pretty easily. Experimentation, okay. That's why we played Fold Space first. Because now we can actually play that experimentation. As long as smuggling is still available. Would we rather do that than Mentat? Yeah, I think we would. Because if we Mentat, it's not going to be available anymore. Most likely. Sitting in a relatively good position. Right now, I think most of what our situation calls for is just lots and lots of spice. Because we want spice for the Guild Ambassador. We want spice for selective breeding. That's pretty much it, really. Those two things. So, we're going to be playing our Worm Riders, I think. A second person takes a seat at the High Council. Okay. And I do think we want to hit Mentat, actually, here, because Beast cannot go smuggling. Helena does not really want to go smuggling, and we don't want Ilbon to get it. So, that's my reasoning. So we're going to go... Doesn't force us to play our Signet Ring, but, like, whatever. It's not a big deal. We have 5 Solari. Like, what are we going to do with it exactly? I guess Ring in the Future. If we did... Yeah, Ring in the Future is probably the answer there. But, like, it's fine. We still get to play the experimentation as long as both, like, smuggling and basin aren't taken. Which seems pretty likely. And now it's completely guaranteed. Since... Well, not completely guaranteed. Somebody could have a withdraw an agent action card, but like that, come on, that's not going to happen. So, yeah, we're fine. We are behind on research, though, which is not great for somebody who's got a scientific breakthrough. Let's go ahead and play Signet Ring to draw our card. Planned coupling. Okay, kind of ruined it again. Well, the good news then is that we can play planned coupling to secrets with experimentation. I do think that's more valuable than hitting smuggling here. Okay, interesting. So, that's kind of a cheat code that lets that card be useful. If he drew that card early, then that might be why he went for pheromones. Wow, that's a lot of daggers to not be in the combat beast. So she can withdraw here. I don't think it's a good idea, but she can do it. I don't want to give Ilp on his wind traps. I feel like she's going to do it anyway, though. Do we want subject X? Well, we're pretty far behind on scarabs, so maybe. Why would you do that instead of the occupation? I guess, oh, she's trying to deny Ilbon the cards. That makes sense. That makes sense. So let's do this. Shadowy bargain. Okay. I don't really have a card to trash right now, so let's go this direction. We can shadowy bargain to get the subject X if it's still available. Is that good? Probably not. Because, like, the purchase benefit of this is the same as this, right? I guess it gives us an intrigue card now. It puts us ahead in the short term, but, like, I don't know that we even really want this card in our deck. It's, like, going to dilute our good cards a little bit. So, I think I'd rather just hold on to the bargain. By Piter. Leave it the way that it is now. I guess by buying Subject X we do deny it to somebody else, but it's fine. Thank you, High Council, for your Piter debris that you're giving me. Double Mentats, by the way, is kind of cool. Always happy when that happens. Bendu's going to help us fix our hand next round, which is probably not going to be very good. So Helena did not withdraw out, so I do appreciate that. Yeah, this hand is freaking garbo. I wish that we would stop drawing, like, all greens. And what's funny is that, like, we could draw the Guild Ambassador and it would still suck. How do we fix this? Mentats is the only thing I can think of. Open Bendu and go to Mentat from there. Playing Espionage, probably, since I don't think we're going to be able to draw back into planned coupling. It's crazy to me that Holtzman's still... Or no, it's not still sitting there. Who got the Holtzman? Beast did. Interesting. Okay. Wow. That is some freaking garbage, isn't it? So, we don't have any spice. But... I still think I'd rather play the Industrial Espionage because it's going to help us fix our hand. Because we can get the spice if we play Worm Riders. And then this card is useful. We're one away from a point on every single faction besides guild. This costs 3, so it's not cheap. I wonder if it's better not to use it. We need to go ahead and play Experimentation of Smuggling if we have the option to. Because we may not have another chance to play the card otherwise. Well, yeah. I mean, I don't know. The industrial espionage just kind of screwed us. But, like, there's no reason why we had to draw it with daggers instead of drawing it with planned coupling, which would have been what you would expect. I mean, not what you would expect necessarily, but, like, I've seen people draft these cards and draw them together. I guess I could buy a Face Dancer Initiate. That would help. It's not a good card, though, so I don't think I want to be buying bad cards just to make these things work, you know? Yeah. So, yeah, we gotta go... I think we gotta go Still Suits here. Or we can play Worm Riders and do, like, Selective is also fine. Do Worm Riders Arakeen. That'll increase our options. There's water involved in the combat, but it is round 6. I don't think I'm gonna be able to win the next combat. Maybe I'm really far behind, actually. I don't know. I think I can catch up. Oh, but we just shuffled the deck with the planned coupling. Well, it's fine. I mean, we do have 2 daggers in hand, so let's just do it. Plus Piter's a 3rd dagger. It's not horrible. We should probably be buying an SMF this round. We're a spice short of Guild Ambassador, though, so maybe like Guild Ambassador Tech Negotiation, just make some spice would be decent. Or we could go Diplomacy to Still Suits, Experimentation to Haga Basin, but again, that seems like kind of a short-term thing. I think that bad hand that we had 2 rounds ago really just kind of screwed up our entire game, to be honest. Okay, well, we gotta steal from Ilbon if we can. Ilbon's in the lead. He's got 5 intrigues, so Secrets is our next destination if nobody else goes there. It's also worth a point. And if we get combat cards, that'll help us there too, potentially. Okay. Atlanta has a flagship, which is interesting. Oh, okay. He goes up, not down. Interesting. Anemic Film is now available. That's actually pretty good. I still think our priority is Secrets, but it's something good we can do at Tech Negotiation after that, potentially. Although if we go Secrets and Tech Negotiation gets taken, we have no plays, right? Yeah, we have no plays. Well, let's hope we get some plays from these entry cards. Not. Okay, we'll see what happens. Maybe Old Bun goes High Council instead, I don't know. Double Tacticians is a little bit interesting. It's enough to push us over Beast if he doesn't have any juice. He does go High Council. Okay, so now Beast basically has to do anything but tech negotiation and we're okay. I still think that's what he's doing. Yeah. We just keep getting screwed by all this green. I think this Guild Ambassador was a big mistake. It's such a bad purchase. I mean, it looks like an okay card, but... like, the best case scenario, right, you're spending, like, I don't know. I mean, there's nowhere we can go, right? We don't have any water. Yeah, oh my gosh, and we're stuck at 8. For all the agents I've had to reveal early. I wish I had some card trashing, you know? But we have some good cards. We have the Thufir, we have a bunch of fold spaces. It's just that we're drawing the good cards all in one hand and all the bad cards all in one hand, so it doesn't work the way we want it to. Subject X. It's an entry card. Yeah. We'll do it now. At this point. Maybe we draw into a discard pile. Pretty sure. If we draw an entry card that, like, helps us in some way... we didn't really. I don't think we want any of this. I hate that. I hate that we're at 8 and we can't buy anything. This is probably the round that loses us the game, honestly. What? Why me? Why not Beast? What? He's ahead of you. I was at 7. What are you doing? What? I'm so confused. Okay, whatever. If they don't have combat cards, we still beat them. It goes to 8. These daggers suck so hard. I really wish I was playing Armand right now. I don't understand. I really don't understand this. Was he just trying to go for second? Because, like, if he chooses Beast instead, then Beast is at 6, and he's at 7. So then he's ahead of Beast. I really don't get it. But here are the good cards. It's too late. Is it because I'm a streamer? I don't know. Stage Incident is a decent thing. I mean, I guess I'm gonna Tactician because why wouldn't I, right? Let's just do one for now and then rely on one of the two of these guys to play a card. This at least gets us below theft range. I don't want to double Tactician and then have Beast play a card, right? So if Beast has got a card, then he'll play it now. And if he doesn't, then we get Water and an Intrigue. But then we're back at theft range again. So maybe we should have played double Tactician. I don't know. He's obviously thinking about it. Either that or he's AFK. Private Army, okay. So now we get to be in second. But now we're at theft range. But we're going first, so we should be fine. We can always just pop the Shadowy Bargain at worst. This is pretty weird. Just all the way around. He had to spend spice for that too. Which is another benefit, I suppose. We got through our crappy cards. Now we're back to the good ones for the most part. It's just like I don't like having to have alternating these turns between like horrible hand, good hand, horrible hand, good hand. Again, if we could get to selective, we could fix that, but we don't. Until very recently, we didn't have any spice, so I don't know. I don't know if the game will go long enough that it needs to go for us to win. Ordnance. Ordnance is what we're looking for. Ambush is good. We get forced to play the Shadowy Bargain here, I'm pretty sure. Suspend 1, so nobody can take full advantage of it. So that probably means the game does go to round 8. So there's some silver linings here. Yeah, this hand is like ridiculously good. Like, why couldn't we have had like literally a single one of these cards last round? I don't know. Game is just making things hard for us for no reason, in my opinion. Okay, so we do this. We grab the spice. We do want the ordnance, so we're gonna go up down. We take Solari because we have our ring. And then we want to pump a faction. Probably Fremen. Well, Hardy Warriors is good, though, so maybe we just go Wealth. Cashing back up. If we go in at Hardy Warriors, worst case scenario, we staged. Seems pretty good. We can't play, like, Signet Ring, Fold Space, Scientific Breakthrough. We don't have time for all that. Ilbon finally gets Mentat. Fine. Whatever. Playing Coupling in the deck. With a lot of Persuasion, potentially. We kind of don't want the Fold Space anymore. It's almost a liability now. But I do think we want to go Hardy Warriors. So, like, Fold Space Hardy is kind of what I'm anticipating here. Throw all 4 in. That way, if we have to stage incident out, we still have 1 troop left to benefit from the ambushes, from the tacticians, from the ordnance. New tech is Mimic Quarters. Ooh. Well, I don't think we can use that, but it's really strong. Do we want to just take that? Because, like, right now, the one faction up is a point. I don't know. Okay, so Helena went hard on this. I still think we go Hardy Warriors, though. Because there's a point per second. So now we have an awkward choice between our ring and the Scientific Breakthrough. Scientific Breakthrough gives us a Scarab. Which is fairly important. And it guarantees us the next time that we draw it, if there is a next time, that it's worth a point. Signet Ring, on the other hand, is a spice. Probably helps us with the BG Alliance. A troop that we probably don't care that much about. I don't know. We also run into the risk of Thufir putting us into theft range. I don't know whether there's a solution to that, really. Okay. We could buy a Dread, I guess. That would allow us to buy Snoopers and then kind of get around the problem that way, but that's spinning Spice, which we really don't want to do. I think we're going to Siege Tabor here. Helena is very committed to this combat, despite the fact that she doesn't have any resources. Well, I'll get her the Solari, I guess. If that's what she wants. Yeah, okay. So it's a 2-pointer for her now. Let's think here. We're probably never seeing the ring again if we don't play it right now. It's more obvious that the ring would give us a benefit than that the breakthrough would give us a benefit. Like, having a third spice is good. For Ambassador, if nothing else. And the troop margin does help us get second while also using Stage Incident. And we also have a dagger on the breakthrough reveal. So yeah, I think it's this. So we go up on BG. No, we're not actually going to beat Helena, but that's okay. We don't need to. What I'm worried about is Ilbon stealing my cards. As long as we play an experimentation before we draw this again, we still get the point. That water will allow us to go back to Hardy Warriors. It'll also allow us to go to Haga Basin. It may at some point open up Research Station, so that's the reason why I went to Haga, or went to Siege Tabor here, instead of, like, smuggling. So, smuggling's fine. Like, if nobody goes interstellar shipping next round, then smuggling is great, but I don't think that's all that likely. Ilbon is kind of cratered off, though. I mean, he's got a lot of good fundamentals, so I wouldn't count him out yet, but he's not in a crazy good position. Have we seen his diplomacy? We have not seen his diplomacy. So he could go steal from us, potentially. If we draw a card that can be played as a plot, we don't have to worry about theft. But I don't know what the odds of drawing that are. And if it's like an infiltrator or something, then okay, we can play it, but it's not useful, and that kind of sucks. But we definitely don't want to be at theft range, because we're going last next round, which gives everybody a chance to do something about it. Although, again, we're probably playing our combat cards, so that doesn't make it that relevant. I don't know. Has Ilbon bought any BG? I don't think he has. So the odds of him actually having diplomacy here don't seem that strong. Yeah, we're probably fine. Well, I haven't understood what Helena was doing all game, but she's doing okay for herself. She's gonna end the round at 9 points, so I don't know. Yeah, Siege of Carthage, flagship. I mean, yeah, she's gonna be able to use the flagship next round. She's doing pretty decent for herself. Breakthrough is perfect. I wish that I had known I was gonna get that. That would have changed a lot of my decision making. I would have probably played my but I wouldn't have gotten it in time. But it's okay. So now we're guaranteed the breakthrough if we can draw it again. Power play, what do we think? I don't think there's a room for power play to give us anything useful. So I'm not buying any of this. I want to get my breakthrough instead. We're at 17 right now. If we push 7 more in, we don't actually meet Helena, so there's not really a usefulness to that. But the point is to be far enough ahead of Ilbon that we still get a point while staging out. Shuttle Fleet would be interesting here. It's expensive and it keeps him away from Highliner, but it puts him on threat for 2 more points. Spy Sats, not useful to me. Not useful. Our deck is just too big, and we don't have enough ways to draw cards. Oh, what I wouldn't give to be Armand right now. But, I mean, the game is competitive. Beast... Another spice. How does he have so much persuasion? Oh, he's got a film. He's got a film, and he's drawing an extra card each round. Film Holtzman. That usually does pretty good. Good stuff. Wow, she's got a lot of daggers. Okay. That's fine. Ilbon with another SMF. So Beast has the Holtzman point. He's at 7 as well. Game's close. So we're going to go ahead and staged. Yeah, Ilbon can jump us if he wants to, but we have cards for that. Ooh, that's a big one. Well, you can play both of them. Doesn't seem great. Well, at this point, I think we just take the resources. We can go to selective with the spice. So, Tactician, retreat 2. And then just try to be in good position for the next round's combat. Okay, so we got a point from Guild Ambassador if we can reveal him for Spice. That's something. The problem is, this is probably the last round. Maybe Helena doesn't get to 9, in which case it isn't. I don't know. Maybe, maybe not. We want to plan coupling experimentation to selective. That's the first thing. It's going to give us a ton of draw. It's going to finish the research track. It's going to replace the spice we spent on it. It's going to give us an alliance. It's going to give us an intrigue card. It does everything that we want. Grand Vision's not great, I'm going to be real with you. It's not good to see. We don't benefit from it because we can't steal anyone's alliance, and we don't... There's just risk, basically, that we could lose Guild. What did he get this time? Spy Sats. Oh, he's going to win. Because he's got 2 points from Spy Sats right now. I think that's game for Beast. Nobody can steal Fremen from him, so... It's going to take forever, but that's what's going to happen. He's also going to keep buying Spice Must Flows. So, which, GG. And, like, there's no way for anyone to interact with that at this point, so it's just what it is. Like, if this were a real combat, then maybe, but it's not, so whatever. Not much that can be done. Go ahead and do this. So first, we grab our spice back. Then we draw a card. Oh, come on. Don't you're just laughing at me at this point. Then we are going to trash the experimentation to draw 2 more. And then we're going to take the BG Alliance. Intrigue card. Favorite subject doesn't do anything. Oh, he has Mimic Orders too. This is just hilarious at this point. Although the Mimic Orders and the Spy Stats are mutually incompatible. Yeah. I mean, so that was good. We didn't get actually up to 9, but it was good. We needed to draw. We need to draw into Scientific Breakthrough is the most important card. Subject X is a Scarab, which is a point. We could play it to, like, Imperial Base and have Highliner access, I guess. But we spend our spice on Ambassador instead. I don't know. This is kind of awkward. We could go Still Suits, but what's the point? Besides just unlocking a research station. I guess no one else has the water, so... Yeah, but then what if we draw... Like, what if we draw... Like... We can't really do that, because if we draw into Scientific Breakthrough, then we just kind of screwed ourselves. We could go Espionage to Tech Negotiation, mulligan the favored subject with Snoopers. Yeah, I don't know. This is not great. For someone to beat Beast, we had to get point combats, I think. And that's not what's happening. Early reveal for the SMF. Do you have another point somewhere that I can see? Guess we do this because it draws us a card. Gets us to 9. Okay, that's an SMF. But we don't actually want to hit 11. If we hit 11, then we cause Beast to win, I think. He's got 3 in-game points, so right now he technically doesn't, but he would beat us on Spice right now. We have 2, but we don't have 3. Did I buy Snoopers? I did. I probably need to go ahead and use those so that I know what I'm working with here. Is it time to get rid of the ambush? Because if we're going for a win this round, then maybe it is. But I don't think we can win this round. So I don't even think it's possible. Well, Subject X is 1. Get Ambassadors 2. Spice must flow is 3. But again, we lose on Tiebreaker. Sure, if we can do that without losing all of our spice, we can't do that. I guess if we get second or third in the combat, it's doable. Charisma is cute, but not useful. Does he have any other points that we need to be aware of? He really can't get this. If the game goes another round, the charisma might be a point. So right now, he's literally at 11 if the game ends, right? Like, if I buy my SMF, he's at 11. I spend 3 on Guild Ambassador. This is kind of rough. So, Spice must flow first. So yeah, like if I spend it, he just wins on Solari. Unless, hold on, if I'm beating him in the combat, right? If I'm beating him in the combat, the problem is I can't beat Ilbon. If I beat Ilbon, it doesn't work at all. I'll just get screwed up then. I think I do it and try to because right now he's in third, right? We're gonna gamble here. We just need him not to place, basically. So if Ilban has Demand Respect, I would lose Guild and then lose the game. So maybe I should play the Ambush. The concern there is, what if I enable a Counter-Strike, right? And that changes the order between Beast and Helena. But I should beat him on Tiebreaker now with the Spice from the combat. But, of course, if he has an endgame point... Illicit Feelings. Okay. Plans within plans. Oh, does he win? No, we got it. Oh my god, that was close. So, we benefited in this case from the fact that Beast didn't actually have that many points. He did, but, like, his principal score was just 7. So, he's getting, like, 3 points from his techs. We could go outrace him. We could go under him, we could go over him. But, you know, one more dagger in this combat, right? And then I lose the game. Or, you know, all he had to have... was like CTM. Like, if he had CTM instead of like Ilban having CTM, then yeah, we lose. Or like if Helena has an endgame point somewhere, then we lose. So it was very risky. Whereas like if we go to the next round, you know, we can probably just win with Scientific Breakthrough point, plus Worm Rider's daggers and stuff like that. Like going to the next round probably makes more sense. I don't think Ilban had Demand Respect, but also the game ends with Demand Respect if Ilban wins the combat, and I don't go there. So I'd be very curious to see what people's in-game entry cards were. Just I feel like that would really shed some light on the whole situation. Very interesting threading of the needle here. I still hate this card, by the way. I mean, I recognize that it's a good card. I do not like it. Like, yeah, I do not like it. This was a kind of a mess over here. Subject X was good. It gave us 2 Scarabs for 2 specimens. It ended up being a worthwhile card. I'm surprised that nobody took it sooner. Thufir was awesome, giving us a bunch of useful intrigues. Gave us 2 intrigues over the course of the game. Piter was useful for his persuasion. Blank Upling is just a good card. MVP this game, well, it's certainly not Industrial Espionage, I can tell you that much. I don't think I can say it's Guild Ambassador either, although he did give us the point we needed to get over the finish line. I think it was Thufir, to be honest. Thufir, like, I don't know. We'll say it was Thufir. The intrigue cards were really essential. If I didn't get those intrigues, I probably would have lost. So that's what I'm going to go with. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you later.